There we go. We seem to be live. Let's see. Last time we just managed to set up the chunk generation using the new algorithm. And and since last time I have been sick and I'm a little better now. So if I sound a bit weird, which may not happen at all, but if I do choose to talk a little less, then you know why. Besides that, I have also updated our Twitch a little bit to make it a little, you know, look a bit more normal, as you would expect on Twitch channels. If I get this to load. Wow. There we go. So I added some information. So what I'm working on, what project I haven't worked on, my content details, and a little bit about my job in my full-time profession. And a suggestion box, because you know, maybe there's something you have thought of that may improve the stream quality, or maybe there's something that annoys you. Perhaps just the movement of the screen annoys you so much you want to make a letter about it. Well, you can do that now. Besides that, I found a really cool bootstrap. Now we will have at some point create a website for our client, our game client, as well as possibly to add a sort of devlog or something for PTAO. And this just catches my eye. Now I don't know if this is appropriate. It probably isn't for a game dev site, but I thought it was really cool to look at, you know. It's one of those old, in the old ages, they had computers that looked pretty much like this. Well, with the exception of the scrolling and a few other things. Really cool. We may go back to this. I added this to our community PR backlog as a potential theme ID for our website. Now, if we're gonna do this or not, I don't know. Hello, Slacks. Welcome to today's stream. Just the beginning. So what we're working on today, we still need to optimize our chunk generation. We still need to add and handle entities, and probably other content as well. Let's see if I can't run the server. If I can find it. There it is. Let's see. Chunk loader. There it is. Let me full screen this. Hopefully it's okay. There we go. Yeah, what really surprises me how fast this seemed to be. It seems to be way more optimized than the previous version of our chunk loader. And that was our goal. we still need to handle the same job on the client side, and we need to figure out how we want to handle the environment. What I would like each environment to contain the entities, or rather the data of the entities. So we can just refer to a specific, I said environment, I meant chunks. I want each chunk to refer to the environment. Hello Glenn from Discord, welcome back. We just started. And we need each chunk to load the data. We need a chunk to refer to the data somehow. Either by storing perhaps a network ID or something that would make the job of removing that data on the client side easier. But before we get that far, we still need to handle this on the server side, so we can test this out for ourselves. So when we test our chunk loader, we will be able to change the seed and all the fun things we may want to do before creating the server, or when we are in the process of creating a server. At some point, maybe we'll add some sort of level editor on the client itself, although I do not expect that. I've been thinking a little bit about how we are going to be running this game. I am leaning towards making this a browser game, to be honest, with the option of download the client if you really want to. I do want this game to someday be available on Steam, for example, and that's where the client would come in. I'm also considering whether or not we should make this into a MMO, that we should own the servers and let the players just create their own games and whatnot, or go the complete other way. Perhaps instead of the players using and downloading clients, maybe we will just allow the server owners to set up their own servers, but where they access the game from our website. It's just thought. By the way, my voice is a bit bad today because I have a cold from 2 days ago. Yesterday there was no stream because of that, and today I'm going to try to speak a little less. Even now I'm speaking too much, I notice. Let's see. Okay, let's go into code. I really want to keep talking. I just realized I don't like holding in silence when you're streaming, I know a lot of people do that so they can concentrate, but that's just not me. I like to verbalize my thoughts while I work. Oh yeah, that's true, monetization. That's a good point, right, Glenn? No, I definitely want people to... No, I want the game to be free. I don't want to take any money for the game. Any monetization would have to be in different shapes. Possibly cosmetics. Possibly feature that does not give players an advantage first and foremost. I don't want any pay to win at all, like 0%, not a single one. I dislike those kind of games very strongly. Even though some games are amazing. Some pay-to-win games are amazing. Like the game itself is so good. It's just a shame they chose to use a pay-to-win business model, So the whales, meaning the people that are throwing all their money into this game just to be on top, are the one that literally feeds and pays for the entire cost of running the game. But I was thinking, why not make the server available to anyone to host? And when we go onto our browser, on PTAO or whatever the name of our game is going to be, go to our website, you can use the client, which I'll be owning pretty much, and then they can connect to their own websites. And that way, we have potential monetization opportunities, I would assume. I'm not entirely sure what yet, because I'm not thinking that far ahead. The only thing I can imagine right now is cosmetics, There may be other benefits doing it that way as well. One benefit is that anyone can easily access the game without having to download anything. central server, interesting. Yes. Yeah. No. What I agree with you, but I'm thinking. I'm trying to think a little bit out of the box because I don't know of any games. I mean, there may be someone. I just don't know about it. I don't know of any games that currently has a browser gateway to the game, where anyone can host their own server and they can just enter their own IP to join their own server via a browser. You know what I mean? So in a way, it's like reversing what you're saying now. That instead of having a central server, you have a central client where anyone can host their own server. And I think that gives the benefit of both worlds. The server owners, they get to decide what's going to happen in the world. They're the one that sets it up, sets up configuration, perhaps whatever they want. They're the one ruling it. They're the moderators of their own server. They do what they want. So they get the dedicated server benefit from that. Having a centralized browser or a gateway or whatever you want to call it in order to access their own servers gives me a possible monetization opportunity, maybe like advertisement or something like that. I don't know. And if you, well, I don't know. I haven't thought about it. It's just ideas that just popped into my head. I have no idea if I'm gonna do anything about that. I may not do it, and I probably won't. At least as far as I know. Let's see. Idea. Should we have the client, which is on the browser, gateway, while allowing everyone else to host their own dedicated servers, having to use the client as the gateway to access their own servers? I don't know. Now, what's the benefit of this? Easy to start playing this browser game. I mean, how easy can it get? What's the disadvantage? What's the opposite of benefit? Benefit. Opposite of benefits. Yeah, what is the opposite? Why can't they explain it in the future? Oh my god, I can't believe they're not writing here. Disadvantage. No, not disadvantage. Downside. Downside. Hello, Soroy. Welcome. We're just writing down some ideas about whether or not we should be the one hosting a centralized server, whether we should allow every player to host their own server, whether or not we should allow every client to host their own server, but we owning the gateway to access those servers. What's the disadvantage of this? Client server cost for hosting the client. I mean, this is from my own perspective. Advantage, well, potential ways to monetize. That could be via advertisement. It could be, nothing too intrusive. Perhaps first time when you log in, if you don't, potential monetization opportunities. And here's the idea: we can make the server free. We don't need to, ask for money for anyone to just set their own server. And doing it that way, I could also potentially have a sort of. Oh yeah. Well, no. Yes and no, Soroif. I want the players, or not the players, but the server owners, the people that would usually host their own Minecraft servers. That kind of level of, know-how is what you need to host their own servers. And then they can set up whatever they want, set up their own rules, possibly disable tiles or whatever. The normal sort of configuration with find and survival crafter servers. The only downside for the server host is that they will have to, play the game via the client I will be providing. This is just an idea, by the way. I don't know if we're gonna do this or not. I'm just brainstorming right now. By the way, if I cough without muting the microphone, I apologize. Yeah, so the downside is, sorry, okay, you know what, let's do personal pros and cons, I guess is what this will be. Benefits, well, let's just use pro then. And con. And then we need to look at the player side. Player pros and cons. Well, pro, easy to join a game, it's a browser, or possibly client on Steam, which both will be free either way. But even the client would be using the well, I don't know, we'll see. What else? Pros. Free to set up own server. You know, you can just download the dedicated tools, whatever you want to call it. Well, yeah, it's free. I mean, it's free. Number one pro is it's free. It's easy to join a game. It's free to set up a server. Now a con is might be difficult to set up own server without the know-how. You know. What else? Ads? I don't know. I will need to research, you know, non-intrusive monetization opportunities. I'm thinking the best is just to add cosmetics, you know, and just focus on making a great game, so people will want to invest in the game, invest in themselves, their own character, you know. I think that's the best thing we can do with the game going forward. But there's also a fine balance thinking about how can I make this my life, you know? How can I live off doing this? I can't do it if I just give everything away for free. And I do want to give it away for free. But there needs to be, you know, there has to be opportunities, you know, to give the players what they want, but also earn a living doing it somehow. I don't know. Ads, pros. What is pro? I don't know. Con, cannot get all items without cosmetics. Why? I don't know. Yeah, it sucks in the money. I wish I could just earn, you know, like a passive check every month, not having to worry about, you know, earning money. That was sweet. And some countries have started doing that. I don't know what to name it, but it's some sort of like you get a monthly sum of money, whether you work or not. You get this sum of money enough to live by. Yeah, I mean, God, I mean, since I've been a child, that has been the dream. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not enjoying my job. I love my job, which is as a consultant. I love the opportunity to meet new people, to test out new technologies, to learn. And I really, truly enjoy that when I'm in office. Now, when I'm working from home, I'm enjoying it a little less. But other than that, yeah, that would be the dream job, which I have. Huh. Basic universal income, that's the one, Glenn. Yeah. EA comes to mind when I think about bad and late monetization. Yes, you're absolutely right, Soroif. I have been thinking about that, and I even proposed it to my girl that, well, if I can earn just enough from whatever I'm doing for us to move somewhere and live without having to worry about, you know, a high rent, such as in Norway, which is incredibly expensive, you would have to need about $2,000 minimum every month to survive in Norway, pretty much. What happened? Oh, there you go. Norway, that's too little. There's no way. Even the rent is 150% of the $1,000. That's how expensive it is to live here. The cheapest apartment I can probably find, which is pretty small, would probably go for about $800 a month. Just to give you an idea. Well, 900. About 900 actually, not 800. 800 would be less than what I'm thinking. The number, which is 8,000 kroner. 8,000 kroner ish. Oh my god, the Philippines. Oh, I've been there. I was there. Me and my girl were there just before the Corona hit the market. So we were very lucky to to get that experience just before Corona hits us and we couldn't travel anywhere. What other cons? I don't know. I can't think of any just yet. Well, this is the biggest con that I have to, you know, keep the cost for the server. But you know what? If you can do a right monetization scheme, I think it will pay for itself. It should be paying for itself, probably by a lot. What else? Easy to start playing. No, easy to do, I guess. That's a pro. Doing it this way, I can just focus on creating the browser game. I don't have to. Well, I don't know. Well, let's see. Everything is easy to be honest. But yeah, the biggest pro is potential monetization issues, real-time updates. Oh, that's an issue. That's an issue. That's a con. If client updates, the server has to update. That's a big con. I would say it's a bigger con than the cost itself. Yeah, okay. Okay. I've written the idea down though. I'm not gonna do anything with this yet. What should I tie this at? Feedback? Yeah, we'll need feedback on this one. Oh yeah, I also had another idea. It just came to me. And I'm trying to think how our game is going to work. You know, how are we going to start out with the game? And just a random idea. This game doesn't have to be realistic. I mean, it can, but it doesn't have to. And this may work as better as a game jam game by itself than something we'll add in our own project. But the idea is, what if color was a commodity? Something you would trade? Something you would need to harvest or mine or something in order to, you know, build something with color. And what if you didn't have color? Everything will be black and white. So if you farm woods, you know, farm stone, you build it, it's just black and white. Like the world is black and white. Unless you can harvest and mine some of that color, which would be color crystals or something like that, and use that in your recipes, then you would have color suddenly. And I think that would be really cool, you know, starting out with no color. And slowly as your community grows, you start mining color, you have, you know, some furniture that have color, and color itself will be more of an exclusivity. Assuming we don't overflow the world with easily accessible color. Really? Cool. Dyes. Yeah, but I'm not thinking about color as in dye. I'm thinking color as, you know, the world. The world is black and white by default. If you start a new game, black and white. That's just an idea. I'm not gonna necessarily do this. I may experiment with this in a game jam or something. But it's just an idea that came to me. I like the idea though. I think it's a really cool idea. I need a label for ideas, like kind of feedback. I guess that's a good way to label that. What is it? What's the Let's leave that one. Okay, I guess that's enough talking, and I guess we should do some coding, shouldn't we? Yeah, why not? Let's do some coding. We still need to work on the chunk, and the chunk is working really good now. Okay, let's jump into it. Let's minimize this. By the way, let me know how you think about the middle movement. Because now, instead of just going from the right to left, we have now, you know, middle. So if we're reading something in the middle, you should hopefully be able to see everything. But let me know if it gets too annoying. I made a suggestion box, by the way, downstairs in the description on Twitch to make it easier for people to just, you know, send in their suggestions if they have some. Let's see. Chunk loader, yes. No, let's change the music a little bit. I realized, regardless of how amazing electro swing is, it can be a bit distracting. Let's see. There we go, some synth. Yeah, this works sweet. I love this. The way we have coded this is something I also like. It's simple. It's more object-oriented than before. Is this game going to have monsters? I'm thinking so. but not monsters as monster. I'm thinking more monsters as in, actually, I don't know. I want monsters. If you ask me if I want monster, I'm gonna say yes. I don't know if we're gonna use it though. I want monsters because that gives us another. It opens up. It opens us up more for what we can do with this world. And I've been thinking about that a little bit. Like, how is our world going to be? How is our... I mean, I don't want the game to look like this. I think. I mean, this might be cool. Maybe. Maybe it's cool. I don't know. But this is not the initial idea, I think, of what I want. I do want... I need someone to pay for making art for me. Is what I'm trying to say. At some point. I want to make this world a bit open. I would like for it to be technological. I would also want it to be, well, not technological, more fantasy based. And I'm trying to work in order to see if I can't write down a balance. I say write down, I mean getting it down on paper, how I would want this to work. I'm thinking you start out, with nothing. You start out pretty much in the Stone Age. Any new server that you create will have nothing. It's just, just grass and dirt, maybe swamps or whatever biome you spawn in. And having nothing, you will have to, have to learn. You have to figure out how to do stuff. How do you craft? How do you make an axe? How do you put together sticks in order to get a bonfire? And that kind of stuff. And I'm trying to figure out how we're gonna make that. I do want crafting itself to be a sort of leveling skill. You don't start out and just find all the materials and then you can just create a nuclear reactor, for example. Final Fantasy 13? Well, let me check that out. I need to think what you mean with that. 13. 13. I've played this. What do you mean about this one? Good balance? I don't remember crafting and survival being a big part of this, except you have to run into monsters and whatnot. Oh yeah, that's what I mean. Okay, maybe. I mean, I don't know, to be honest. I'm trying to work this out, because this is what I would like to happen. We create a server now. Let's say, a big server. I join, I play, me and my buddies. We start building, learning how to do stuff. We build, a little our own houses. At some time, we get enough resources in order to build a town center. Whatever that item will be. Maybe it's just a template of a building or something we'll place, and then later you can, modify it or something. But either way, we need some sort of key technology that will change the world. So having placed a town center, whatever that item is or whatever that building is, you will have access to a sort of democracy. That's the initial idea. I don't know if we're gonna change that and allow dictatorship or whatever, but initially it's gonna be a democracy. It's about players. It's about role playing. It's not about someone, being the boss for the server, and when that person leaves, he's still boss or she. That's why when you join a game, you have no job. You need to either apply for a job. Let's say you have municipality buildings. Am I saying that right? Like a police station, like a hospital, whatever. Like those kind of places. Those would have jobs that are built-in with built-in functionality. Which is why I'm thinking we're going to be placing buildings at some point, alongside with your own crafting, because you will be able to draw and craft your own world. But the point is, this is going to happen gradually. You're going to start out with nothing, and then once you start learning how to build, walls, how to build certain technologies, at some point we may get up to making laser pistols, kind of high-tech guns, whatever. But initially, I wanted to stretch out, so no one can just start the game and 1 hour later start making laser weapons. It should be a really, really slow but enjoying steps to take in order to get there. It shouldn't be like it's a hard work, like it's a chore. Oh my god. sometimes I just have to pause and... But I want a sense of progression. I don't want people to start out and being in the space age, you know. I want teleporters. I want like carpets on the road that move you when you stand on them. I want all that. But I also want slimes. I want, you know, like monsters, you know. So I'm thinking, I want this to be... I want to create a universe, you know, where we have magic, but not necessarily everywhere. And that's where the idea of the magic machine that you can create using technology in order to access magic, opening a portal to a parallel universe that siphons energy, and suddenly you have access to magic. Imagine creating that item in the game after countless of hours of building and playing with your friend, and suddenly someone on that world, it can be a different city, it doesn't even have to be the same city, builds this magic machine which opens up a Pandora's box of opportunities and role-playing. What happens? Suddenly people have magic. And they have innate magic. They don't know their own stats until the magic machine opens and unlocks the secrets of the universe, pretty much. Oh yeah, that's a good idea, Glenn. I mean, that's the idea, but I don't want it to be a timer. I don't want it to be a, you know, a fixed thing. I want to develop the game in such a way that it automatically, it happens naturally, you know, after a long time. And that long time is what's going to be the challenge developing this. And that is why I'm working so hard to build on the lower part of the game. Networking, chunk generation, all the basic stuff. And once we have that, we're going to start in the Stone Age. We're going to start with the simple things. Yeah, Glenn, that's a great idea. Definitely. That's the idea, at least. That may or may not be anything similar to how Civilization did it. I don't want there to be an, you know, research and then suddenly you unlock all the things. It's gonna happen naturally when you gain the skill, when you gain the materials, when you reach the prerequisites, and that can be perhaps other buildings. It can be other machines, you know, whatever. My God. But at least I'm. By the way, if any of you have ideas how I can write this down in a pitch form, because I'm still having problems elaborating when people ask me, hey, what are you making? You know, what do I say? I'm making the universe. I mean, that's what I'd like to say, and that would be kind of cool if I did. But yeah, it's a lot of work. This game is going to last probably my entire life. I hope to have a alpha or something early stage testing where we have, you know, the first age, Stone Age, pretty much done, and that may include monsters, that may include, you know, farming, sheep, you know, all the, you know, basic stuff. But it's going to evolve at some point, because we're going to keep working on this and adding a more complex hierarchy of requirements, basically, in order to unlock certain technologies. Maybe it's random at some point. Maybe you need to mine something and suddenly you find a unique item which is very rare. I don't know. All that we have to tweak, and no one's gonna get that right in the first attempt. Explaining what I want to do is of course easier than doing what I want to do. Okay, enough explaining. Let me see if I can't do some work. You know what I'm thinking? Once we have put this into its own class or object, we are going to be moving this to the client as well, so the client can load the same world before we start handling the entities all over again. That's a good description, Glenn. It gives me an idea, at least, you know? Is it coming soon, though? Is that true? '90s style isometric. Oh, cool. Yes, let's see. Let's create a seed object. Now, where to put it, though? Seed. Now, seed is a part of procedural generation, so perhaps we have a script here. Maybe we add a folder where you can put our scripts. Auto tiles, what's that? I should delete that, shouldn't I? Yeah, let's delete that. We don't need that anymore. Oh my god. Cool. Script. What should I name this? Seed loader? Seed load? Seed loader sounds weird. I don't know. Seed. Why not? For now, seed loader. We'll see if we can find a better name later. So what do we need? What is this? Well, I mean, what is this? What is our seed loader? You know what? It's not a seed loader. It's a seed. This is the seed object. And what do we need? We need the seed. Seed is apparently a reserved word. Huh. Interesting. What should we name this? Seed value? Seed value? And what is this? It's usually an integer, but I would like to support a string. Instead of forcing people to write, a number, why not just force people to write a string and convert it into a number? I think that would be cooler. But for now, let's just keep it to whatever it is, which is in, well, a integer. So our seed value, we need to store these somewhere. We don't necessarily need to store them in the seed, do we? We might as well. Seed value. I guess you can store it as seed.value. So if I call the object seed.value, you get the value of the seed. That will make it readable at least. I mean, seed value is also fine, I guess, but then you would have to use seed.seedValue, and that's kind of redundant. So in the context, this makes sense. If you read it by it alone, maybe not. What are we gonna use the seed for? We're gonna create a noise. Yeah, no, not already. It should be, I will add that in the constructor. There we go. And let's not forget to add this right there. Maybe it's just seed. I guess I have to set the seed manually. Value. Seed value. Right? Wait, hold on. Noise, isn't it? Where is it seed? It's seed, okay. My bad. I don't know when to... I keep changing my mind when to use self. I like to use self when I can, because then whoever reads this line alone would know this belongs to the class itself, you know? But I don't always do that. Usually I do that if it's just a one-liner or two, but I don't know. Okay, so we have that now. We do still need to set up all the settings. Let's see, local chunk. That's not the right class. That's the wrong class. That's the old one. Where's the new one? There it is. Chunk, of course. There it is. Okay, chunk loader. There it is. And where do we have it? In the chunk? Oh, here it is. So we need this to be a part of the seed. But I'm gonna create a class that extends the seed, so we don't have to have a lot of separate variables you have to set on a class, you know? Let's just make a class that extends it. But I want to change the way we do this. I want to be able to somewhat dynamically set it up. At least this I know I can put in the classes that extend the seed. Let's rename this from seed loader to seed. Take another script. Let's folder biome. In this biome, we're gonna have values in the script. Let's make the grassland. And this is going to be extending not node but seed. Having done that, we now have a constructor. Hold on, let me check a little bit. It's been a while since I used Godot's extend functionality. Extend class. I just want to see an example how you call the super. I don't think it's automatic in Godot. Is it? Dot, that's the one. Yeah, it's dot, okay. Assuming it's still correct. So there we go. We need the seed though. Seed value is something we will need in both cases, isn't it? Do we really need that though? No, we don't need that. Do we? I don't know. Let's see what. Let's create this one first. Let's add the variables we had. We have so many scripts open now. Let me close all of them. There we go. So in the chunk, let's remove all this. Let's get seed to work first, and then we'll extract it out into multiple biome classes, I guess. Grasslands. Also these are also grassland specific. Setup noise. What do we send in here? I could just send in the not seed value, but the octaves, period, resistance, and lacunarity. I'll remove the var. I don't like it. If I can avoid it, why not? Build. We're building a seed, so great. This is the seed. So if I want to get a value from our seed, I guess. X, Y. Right now I'm trying to find the... I'm trying to make the method that's going to replace a certain line, if I can find it. This one. Let's see. I guess I can just wrap it around, make it a little easier for us. And then I'm going to be calling this from within the seed. Turn noise, get noise, which returns a float value. Ah, forgot one. Let's see. This is just a little error handling tool. Prevents us from running this. In object-oriented languages such as Java, I could easily fix this by creating an inner class and make sure the build returns the inner class that does this job. I'm wondering if I can do the same for Godot. Let's try it. Why not? Let's try this. What's the class name gonna be? Is it inner class or just class? I think it's just class. Noise builder. I don't know. How did I get the inner class? Oh, let me check it out. Was it inner class? No. Let's open the docs and take a look. Interesting. So the inner class is in line with the main class, which means it should be like this. So what do I want to call from this? Well, I want to make sure that we get noise to the V, which takes in the same. Well, I want to do this in here. And in that case, I don't need this. I just do it. I could send in the noise in here. This is the one that's doing the noise job, the noise generation, the building of noise. Let's see, let's create a noise builder here. so well, maybe, yeah. Noise, new. Oh, that's not gonna. I don't need to send it in, do I? Do I? Hold on. If I initiate with a seed. How about this? No, that wouldn't work because I'm not changing them. I'm not running build and then gotten to get noise. I could make it so that I could just build a pattern completely, but I don't think there's a lot of benefit in that in Godot. Ah, you know what? It's okay. If there's coding error, then it's my fault. Okay, initiate. I could also put it in initiate. It would be nice to be able to add an object here. How about, you know, no, this is seed, right? When we extend this, we don't need to run this ever. All we do is running this. And then by default, the extension is going to be running the supers build using the values we have set on the class. And if that's the case, I think this is fine now. Let's see. But build maybe is not the right word, because we're not returning anything. Setup, that's a better word. Better name. So in the grasslands, what are we doing? Well, we are taking in the seed value. That may change. What's not going to change is the setup that creates the form of our grassland. That's going to be a constant. We may change that later on and move this to adjacent pile or something like that. But that's very low priority at this point, and it's not difficult to do later on if we decide that becomes important. I still need to fix this one though. I don't want to use these in this way. I want to make it easier for us to handle and set. Now we have set the super seed value, and now we can run the super setup, which is going to be taking these values. Do I even need this then? I may not need noise at all. I don't, do I? Not yet, at least. Let's rename this. I don't want this to be default. I just want it to be the answer. This is the grassland values. And we don't need to export these. There we go. So this is the grassland seed with all the data. I still need to handle this somehow. We need to figure out a clever way to move that responsibility to the biome class that contains the seed and the environmental details. You know, how the water is going to look, how the dirt's going to look, you know, this. And here's the thing about biomes. Biomes may have different classes altogether. We don't know paths we're going to be placing outside of that single biome implementation. So perhaps we need to be able to save the tile set on the biome itself, specifically which tile set to use. I don't know. And how are we going to be running this? Let's see. Chunk. We've taken out a lot of values. We still have these: grass, cost, sand, stone, water, dirt, constants. We're not currently using sand, but it's there. And we don't need to load seeds this way anymore. We just create the grasslands, which is extending seed, but it has a class name of grassland biome. So when I want to use it, then we do that. So in theory, oh yeah, I need a seed. What seed did I use? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's remove that one. Oh yeah, we don't need this here anymore. I don't think we need any of this here. Let's remove that. And we don't need the seed value here. The seed is the one value we don't know. So it's gonna be like this. So when you create the grasslands, now I can just enter in the magic number, which I chose to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we have the open simplex noise for the grassland. So how are we gonna use that? I should probably comment this out and replace the previous noise values. We should be able to do this, I'm hoping, without needing to add a dot super or a super dot get noise to dB, since this is on the seed itself, not in the grasslands, I'm hoping. So what's happening? We're drawing here. We are getting the grassland biome, we are checking the values. We are asking for something. And I don't want to ask for something, I want to tell it something. I want to tell it to do that. I don't want to, give me this, give me that, give me this, give me that. Tell it, you know? So how do I tell this to draw? Well, let's see, how would I do this? Grasslands, draw, X, Y. But where is X and Y? I guess we need a tile map, perhaps. So draw on tile map, X and Y. On X and Y. Let's make there a vector too. Make it a little, you know, a little nice. A little, you know, respectful. Is that all we need to do? Can I just do this? Can I tell it to just draw? Draw on this. There. Why not? I mean, why can't we do this? Let's try it. Let's create something. Let's draw something. So when we draw something, this is probably something we can reuse. I don't think that needs to be specific to grasslands. So let's create a function on the seed function. On the seed class. And we take in the tile map. And then we have vector 2. Which is the tile cell position is what it is. Excuse me. My allergies. The pollen is going crazy outside now. Sunny weather, you know. It's my nightmare in the beginning of the year. So how do we do draw? How do we draw? How do we do done drawing it? Well, we need to get the noise. And we already have that, so I can just remove that. So we have the value from the cell position. And then we have some ranges we're checking right now. Right now we just did a hard check when we're running this. -1 and up to, but not included 1. And then we draw water. Otherwise we draw grass. And that's not a good, not very nice. Oh, interesting. Oh, okay. Let me create an alternative for this. Ah, yes, we need water as well. That would be the tile ID. What's wrong now? What's wrong now? Let's see. Oh, I see. Yeah, I need to use 2D, not 2dv. There you go. And the same with this one. And in that case, I don't need tile ID here. So now we should be getting the noise. No? Really? What? 2dv was correct. What the hell? I must be messing up a little bit. Yes, vector, of course. 2D vector. So what's wrong with this one? Too few... yeah, we don't need this here. That was my bad. Then we have a tile map. Set cell vector xy, which doesn't exist anymore. So I'm gonna set it to be the cell position. And water isn't defined. How do we define water? Let's see. Let's just copy the constants. Do somewhere. Where should we put them? The thing about these constants that they may change. I don't know if we're gonna keep everything in one tile map. I suspect we're gonna keep all the background in one tile map to make it easier for us, in the sense that we don't have to do hacks and whatnot, to do the overlapping from one biome to another. So we're gonna probably just keep these constants and add it to the seed, so we have access from all the implementations, and hopefully that should work. Let's see. So in our chunk, we have now made it very, very simple to read. For each x in range x and x end, the same with y, we draw a grasslands biome. We don't want to do this forever though. We need to support biomes. We are currently not supporting multiple biomes, and that's will hopefully be our next step once I get this code cleaned up. Let's see. Too few arguments for init. Expected at least one. Okay. Okay. I'm a little confused with this. What does this mean? Strange. This is our own constructor. Why are you telling us it's too few arguments? There is one right here. Too few arguments? I don't understand this. This is a horrible explained error. Too few arguments. What happens now? It's gonna be too many? Okay. What the hell? What if I remove this? What happens? I don't know what this is. I have no idea what this is. This is a new error. Too many arguments. Expected at most 0. Yeah, now it's too many. If I remove it, it's too many. Yeah, here we expect one argument, right? So where? Where do you expect one argument? Usually you have a init. Do I have to do this? Would you tell me this? Yes. Let me copy this. Make it easier. Too few arguments. Yes, okay, here's one argument. First argument, you stupid. Ah, still too few arguments. It's wrong. This is error. It's a bug, I think. I mean, what else can it be? On this line, there's too few arguments. It says there. Parser error. Too few arguments for initial call. Especially this one. That's great. What if I change the method name? Setup. Parent? What the hell? Oh yeah, it's true. Just try this out to figure out why it doesn't work. It's really weird. Now it's too few arguments. Why is it too few arguments? Who is telling this it's too few arguments? Okay, how about this? Now it's the same as the parent, right? This is infuriating. Wait. What? Unlike the call of regular function, like in the above example with some function, if the constructor from the inherited class takes argument, they're passed like this. What? Okay. Okay. This is new to me. Are you telling me I have to do this? No, I don't believe that. Really? Seriously? What the hell? Okay. Class constructor. Class constructor is named init. As mentioned earlier, the constructor of parent class automatically are called automatically when inherited a class, so there's usually no need to call init explicitly. And like the call of regular function, like in above line with some functions, if the constructor from the inherited class takes arguments, they're passed like this. Okay, it's a dot. There's no method name there. So it should be like this. Is that what it's telling me? Oh my god, this is the worst. I hate this. I hate this so much. Oh my god, can I run setup here? Or do I just run setup? Pretty much. What the hell? Okay, how about dot setup? Okay, if that's working, I'll be happy, of course. Let's see. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it should work, right? Yes, it works. Oh, I'm so happy. I learned something new today. You learned how Godot handles, you know, parent over passing arguments to our parents, I guess. And this is sweet. It's very efficient. I have no problems whatsoever now when moving. No sign of any lag whatsoever. Excellent. Let's see, how does our code look like right now? Now this is each chunk. So each chunk has a reference to the biome. Do we want that? Is that what we want? I do want to tell the grass to grow, the chunk to draw the grass. But do I want to do it this way? I don't think this is the way to do this. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. That means each chunk we create is gonna have its own biome class. And that's not too bad. It's a very light class. Not pretty much nothing is happening in the class. The most complex logic is in the seed, and that's to draw and to generate a noise. I don't think that's too bad. Well, we learned something new today. That's good. Let's see, what else can we do? We still need to handle this. We need the for and from and to. What I want to check is if there's a nice way to do that. Is there an inbuilt function I can use? Within range. Check if it's within the range, right? Godot Engine check value within range. Yeah, I don't like this. It's stupid. That's stupid. No, I don't want loops. How about is between? Do we have a is between? Let's see, what are we up for? Let's do some heavier. Ah, this one. Yeah, I think I just have to do it the old-fashioned way. I apologize if the screen is moving a lot. I will have to adjust if it becomes annoying. Okay, yeah, it is better. Fine, I'll do it the old-fashioned way. Okay, save value. I want to turn this into a more readable function. So if is between, wouldn't that be nice to just be able to do that? Value from and to, you know? How can I make this more readable? It would be cool if I can just do value is between, and then the value itself will have that function. Let's try something. Why not? Let's try something. Better noise. From included to. Can't believe I'm doing this. So by doing it this way, better value, I guess. I guess value itself can be a class. Yeah, why not? There we go. This value between this and that. Yeah, why not? Can't imagine a more easily to read name. Oh my god. That's a lot of water. A bit too much water. How about 0? There we go, that's better. That's nice. Yeah, this is a nice way to do this. Little wrapper, you know. A little sneaky wrapper to help us out. Maybe we'll add a I can move this to another class. Another script rather. Let's see. I do want to reorganize our project because it's very messy. I would like a data folder within here. And at some point in here we could create another folder called scripts, I guess. And inside scripts we have different types of scripts. And these would be classes, essentially, not nodes. This is outside of the game. These are objects you would wrap around other values such as this. It could be the seed itself, because the seed itself doesn't have to be a node, and it shouldn't be. Because we're not using onReady, we're not using any of the typical node functions. Let's add a little tool. Let's name a folder for, I don't know, tool, util. So in scripts, util. Then we have a script called value. This is our value class. So let's take it out from seed, so we can use it other places. And doing it this way, we can use this everywhere, and easily allow us to wrap around other functions we would want there to be in Godot. I could possibly, I took my time to learn GD native and some C++, add this. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Class name value. One step in. There we go. And now it should be nice here. Let's try it again. There we go. Perfect. Now we have more readable code. That's nice. Okay, so how do we want to draw our map? We do have the values from the grassland. I'm asking, should we draw here though? I don't think this is the right place to draw, because it is the grassland itself that decides this range. Let's see. Yeah, why not? Let's just move it to the seed. What kind of sucks about this, that all of them will need this function. Cell position. Yeah, everything in here is within this. Nothing except the get noise value is from outside. Maybe that's what I need here. Oh no. So the grasslands biome needs to be able to draw. And we need to get the noise from our parent. And then what? We need water and grass. How about, can I do this? I guess not. How about seed.water? That works. A bit inconvenient, perhaps? Can we make this even better? How can we make this even better? Even more easy to read? Can't I just, I mean, you know, draw water? Can I? How'd that be? Draw water. What do I need? I just need the position of the cell. That's all I need, right? Draw water. So if the value is between -1 to 0, draw water. Perhaps you can add that here. That way we don't even need to know about these constants. And tile map is, what's the tile map here? Oh, we don't have tile map here. Oh crap. Maybe the seed should have the tile map. Should it? We only create this once, right? So yeah, why not? Let's give the seed a tile map. But when? Let's see, what am I doing here? I'm asking the parent for this, I'm asking the parent to do this. This is us. It's not really a different object. This is us, which is a little annoying having to use a dot. I wish I could just do this, and it would know that it's our own, because if we're extending this that has it. One way to get around that is just to wrap our own get noise, but I mean that's over engineering at its finest, you know. So I'm asking for this value at this position. Do I need to do, well, I do need to do that, don't I? How can we make, how can we go beyond this? We have an if else. We have an if else. If value is between whatever range we have set, which we have not set yet, but we will. I can use this one. If water value is between these, you know what, let's hard code this. Be the same as here. Elif value is between what? -0.4. Let's change that to 0.4. -0.4. And what? Dirt is -0.38. Then we want to draw dirt at cell position. That doesn't exist yet, but it will. And then we have a few other options. We have grass. Draw grass if the value is between -0.38 and what? 0.35? That doesn't make sense. I might have changed it a bit too much. Let's try 0.5? Yeah, 0.5. Should be a lot of grass. You know what? 0.35. It's a positive, I just realized now. And lastly, Elif. Oh my god. It's between this value and what else? We have 1, which is the greatest value we can have. You want to draw rocks. Well, not rocks, stone. Else, you want to draw a void, I guess. So if we, you know, no, we're not gonna do anything. If we don't have anything else, we're not gonna draw anything. We're done. Yeah. So if value is between -1 to -0.4, we draw water, if dirt, grass, and stone. Let's create these functions and see how we can make this better. Let's see, how would I write this if I could just write it out? If value is between X and Y, draw water. Interesting. Oh, I'm having ideas. No, can I? No. I don't know if this is better or not. Would this be better? If I did this, would that be better? I'm suspecting it might be. My god. Just for fun, let's see how it would look. How about this? Would this be better? Well, let's replace the water with dirt, grass, and stone. Would that be better? If this was the code, can it possibly be any better than this? When I say better, I mean readable. So what does draw do? Well, you get the noise value. Is value between this and that? Draw water. How about instead of if, we have if between, draw water. That would be cool. Well, why not? Let's try that. See how we can. How can we make this happen? How can we make it this cool? How can we make this code this great? Well, what did we need to draw water to begin with? Let's look at our value a little bit. Now this is becoming more seed centric instead of just a generic value. How about seed value class? Let's create a seed value. We can still keep the value class because it might be nice to have. So now we have a seed value class. So if value between, this is going to return a boolean, but we don't want it to return a boolean, do we? We want to return a function, or we want to return itself. So if this is the case, we want to return the function of draw water. And that will be ourself in a way. Let's see, how are we gonna do this? Draw water. So if we return self, which will be this own class, we have access to this function from behind there. However, else return dummy, or perhaps a void seed void. I don't know. Void? Yeah, why not a void? Let's make a void class, which has the function, just to avoid getting errors. But it's not gonna do anything. It does nothing. And if this works, let's see. Maybe I have to do this then. Seed void. Void seed. Ah, here we go. Return self. Yes, let's remove that one. Because we're not going to return a bool anymore. We're going to return an object. And by not making it specific, oh yeah, we had to do a new. There we go. There we go. So now I can do this. So if this is false, we're going to draw water, which is going to be nothing. Otherwise, we're gonna get the cell position, which is a vector 2. So how would I normally draw water? Well, normally I would just do the parent one. But since we are chaining these functions, we need to keep this function on this object and then call draw water one more time. But this may be a bit difficult. I don't know if this is going to be this one. I don't know. We can try. It would be nice if it works. If it doesn't work, that means I have to send the reference to this one. And that would make it even more complicated. I'm hoping this works. I don't know yet. Let me test this. I'm just gonna test the water range and see what we get. Draw water on seed. Yeah, it should work. Assuming we have access to tile map, which I have not set yet. So let's see, where would I set that normally? I guess in the initiate. In hindsight, I don't want to set it in draw, because this is gonna run a lot. So let's add it as a part of the setup. When we create a grassland, we need to send the tile map and the seed. And that way we have everything we need to work with our class. On the super, rather. In that case, I have to do this. Crap. No, hold on, no, this is right. There. It was right the first time. We're gonna do it in setup on seed. So here we have the tile map. Very good. Let's see if it works. Too few arguments, because we need to send in the tile map. That's true, that's true. But now I'm curious. I don't think this is going to work right now, because when I send this in, this has not been created yet. Can I call defer on this? Would that be right? Let me try and see what happens. Maybe the order will be correct. Grasslands GD. Draw. Yeah, draw. We don't need the tile map anymore. We remove that function. Yes. It's what it's what I expected. Wait, hold on. Let me try again. 0. Maybe the range is not correct. Yes. Non-existing function draw water. That's what I was afraid of. Seed value. We take in the value. Hold on. Get noise. Get noise. Send a reference to myself here. I don't want to do this multiple times. I don't want to do this multiple times. Do I need to do this multiple times? I don't think I do. What I do need to do is send this multiple times. I need to get that value multiple times. And that changes things a little bit. Seed drawer, I don't know. Seed builder, seed drawer, seed value. I don't know. I'm not sure what to name this, to be honest. Value equals. Give me a second to see. Setup function var seed value, the seed value class. So after setup, we're going to be instantiating the seed value, sending ourselves in. So it's going to be created once. We're not going to create it every time we draw this. We're going to reuse this per biome, and that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. What else? Now I need to get. What I need? Not the. Yeah, I need the value. Var function value is between. Is this even? Can I do this? Am I allowed? Very hacky. Let's see if I'm allowed to do this. Wow. Build. So what is this? This is a what are we building here? Hold on. Build. This is not build unless I return myself. But if I do this, I'm not really reusing it. I would need another step. I mean, if I return myself, what happened? We're just moving the reference from the C value to value. It's the same object here, except this is the object after we have populated the noise value for each draw. So each draw, we're gonna set this. We are replacing the previous value with the new value and returning a self, which allows us to access the if between. And that allows us to do this. If you want to do, I mean, we might even go so far to, we could change all of them if we really wanted to. We could even do this. And so on. And doing it this way, if we need to build every time anyway, we could just populate the position as well, right? And that way, I don't even need to tell them position. I just tell it to do it. If the values do this, between this, do that. If the value between that, do that. You know? I mean, I don't know. It's almost. What's the value anyway? The noise value is a float. Excuse me. And they do have the color class now, so now I should be able to do color class draw water. My god, this is horrible. But the color class doesn't have the water by itself. It's a super class to the color that has that. So I don't know if this is going to work at all. But before I do all this, let me comment this. Let's review this. Let's see. Wait, this works. Building is fine. Oh yeah, we're not setting self position. Draw water, we don't need that anymore. Seed value build is nil. Why is that? Draw seems to be running before this. How is that possible? Let's try drawing. Dover. Just to see some logs. Yeah, this is fine. So why is it null? Why is it non? Why doesn't it exist? Tell me. Why doesn't this exist? The noise value is a seed value. Seed value is here. It has a build. Two functions. Value, self position, returns itself. Noise value and position. Why can't you find it? Please tell me. What the hell? It doesn't exist apparently. Why not? Why is it null? Why is this null? It says it's null. Is this not happening? Am I not setting seed value? No. What the fuck? What the hell? I do not understand this. Why doesn't this work? Why? Okay. Little chunks, draw. And that happens after you initiate, so after this. Okay, let me debug this. This is strange. See, why is seed value null? What the hell? Why is this null? I don't. It's an initial class. Why wouldn't it work? What the hell? This makes no sense. Let's see if we can find some documentation about this. Inner classes. Yeah, same thing I've been doing. So why doesn't it work? Does the class have to be on top? Could that be the case? Could that be the thing? Let's move this on top and see what happens. But how far up do we need to put this? Oh my god. Okay, seed. It's still null. What the? It doesn't make sense. Like, does not compute. Why is it null? How does that even happen? Yeah, how about this? Let's see. seed values. No, we're gonna set it. Yeah, it should work. Is it working now? It's working now. Okay, fine. It's working now. I don't know why, but it works. And we only do this once. Why wouldn't it work here? It doesn't make sense. Well, whatever. It works now. If it's not created, you create it one time. And then you do what? But this... I don't like this. I hate this. I don't want an if in the draw. This is gonna take a lot of time, because we are drawing this a lot of times. So now we couldn't find draw water. Apparently. Draw. Let me restart this. Turn off the breakpoints and see what we get. Invalid call to function draw water. In base reference, whatever that means. Expected one argument. Am I not turning myself in here? Yeah, I am. If it's true, you return ourself. Returning ourself returns. Wait, what's this? Let's undo that one. Where's build? Wait, what? Where's build? Build is there. So now we can't devalue. Build returns ourself, that's fine. What is value here? Value is the same object as we have stored in seed value. That's good. 1262, 1262. Is between. You cannot call function draw water in is between. Why is that? If between that and that, draw water. So when we do this, we should be returning ourselves, which gives us access to this. Oh, I see. This one is wrong. I think. Yeah, it's wrong. Because we have stored the cell position now earlier on. Right here. There we go, that's better. Perfect. That seems flawless. Let's see. How would I change this even further? I can reuse the value. If between that and that, draw water. If between what? Let's change these. And use these. So draw water, I need to return myself. So even if I get the void this time, I need to be able to return myself from the water. So that means I don't want to create a new seed void here. I realize I want to create the seed void right here, and that allows us to save more work later on, because we don't need to recreate the same object every time and destroy it. We can keep it in memory forever and just do the same thing over and over, which does nothing except returning our seed value in order to continue the chain of doing other things. Our new needs our self reference. This is gonna have a func init color. I'm gonna set our color to color. And when we draw water, we're gonna be returning the color. And that allows us to access these values again. Oh, my bad. We equal here and so. That way we can now use this dot draw no, return seed void itself, right? Because then we do have a reference. We're just going to return our color from this. So if we change this, chain this, we can now call a next if between from this, because we're now calling the color, and so on and so on. However, draw water here needs to return ourselves so we can keep going on. Because if it is good and we are drawing this, we still want to return ourselves from this. Yeah, that should be good. My god, imagine. Draw dirt. I can't tell if this is absolutely horrible or okay, to be honest. It seems to work though, this one, which is a bit surprising. I did not expect to be able to do this on this one. But that's good to know that you can. Dirt. Draw sand. What else? Water, dirt, sand, grass. What else? We have stone. There we go. Water, dirt, sand, grass, stone. This is just a void class that allows us to keep chaining without doing anything if this turns false. So if our value is up between this, we are doing nothing except returning ourselves again, so we can keep chaining the events. Let's see. Cool. Let's see. So we need to add all this functionality. I will attempt to reuse this in all the other implementations, and that may force us to make small changes. Hopefully it's gonna work fine. And the best part of this, we don't need to care. We don't need to care about ranges and the chaining of this. It's all about how you use this. So in the other biomes, you set up new values. You can easily, just chain these values and add a tile you're gonna add. In that case, a swamp tile, whatever. It's all gonna be on the same tile map. So it's all gonna be part of this. So that means every time we add a new tile, we have to add it here as well. And that, it's a little overhead, but I think will be worth it. Let's see. 5. Oh, grass. That's not right. Not forget this. Water, dirt, sand, grass, stone. Water, dirt, sand, grass, stone. Yeah, that's perfect. Now we have these, we can probably reuse other places. So how would I do that? I should probably take this out completely. Inside new, and put it inside a new script folder. And these are exclusive to procedural generation, so I should probably put it in here. Now these are more utility classes, aren't they? No, they're more biome specific, so I should probably put them here. Let's see, this is the seed value. Maybe we have a different name for that later on. I don't know. I can't think of a better name right now. What else? We have the seed void. Let's put it in there. And hopefully it will work. Change this to class name. Remove that. Put all of these one step to the left. Ah yeah, seed void doesn't exist yet. Don't worry, we'll fix that. Let's add this one. Seed void right there. Change that to be a name. And indent, reverse indent that one more time. Let's see if it likes this now. Ignore the error. I'm gonna ignore it. What are we doing? We are creating a seed value. Yeah, I need to change his name. I don't like this name. It's a bit misleading. Possibly. Seed value. What's going on seed value? Let's see. Yeah, we have a reference to our code class. That's the cyclical that is talking about. I would just only assume. Seed void. Yeah. Hold on. Seed void should belong to the seed value. Now when I think about it. There we go. And that's because we're not gonna never ever going to be using the seed void outside of seed value. So the seed void can be removed. So this belongs only to this class, and we're only going to use this in order to reference ourselves to get a caller from whenever we call these functions. Let's see, grasslands. Fine, I'm gonna make it non-static, so you will shut up about the error. Let's see. Let's run this and see if it works. Oh my god. The void. It's because of this, and we haven't implemented dirt yet. I don't know why, but something has changed with the values when I'm generating noise. I don't know what it is. There we go. Okay, it does work. That's good. Yeah, perfect. So now it's even easier than ever. Can I do this? Am I allowed to do this? I would love a new line. Like this. There we go. I can if I do that, but you know, I don't think that's better. Let's just use the same value. And you know, we don't prove it later. Even though we can change it if we want. What else? Value if between something else. I will have to fix the seed. I don't know why this is wrong. It worked last time using the same, as far as I know, the same values. -0.5. let's try that. And from minus 0.5 to, I don't know, 0, we do that. Let's see if we can get something. So drawing dirt, how is that done? We're sending ourselves into seed value. So we are calling our seed func draw dirt. Yeah, easy. Let's create the rest. We have sand. There we go. Oh my. Are you telling me we have nothing lower than 0.5? Okay, how about minus 0.5 to meter is minus 0.6, 7. From 7 up, we draw dirt. What the hell? Okay, there's something wrong with the values. I'm 100% sure something's wrong with the values. What do we get? What do we get there? What the? What the hell? Now these are above 0, right? Hold on. Minus 0. What the hell? I feel like the values the values themselves have changed a bit. Did I do something in the chunk loader, the local chunk loader rather? Because we have these values, we're going below minus 0.4 at some point. Minus 0.4, that's what we had, right? We go below that. Because we went from minus 0, which is the lowest, to this. So what is different in the here? Let's see, the seed is the same, this should be the same. How do we get the values? God, looking at our old script now is... Oof. Let's see, noise. You get a value. Noise.get value 2dv. Am I changing this anywhere? No, I'm not. Load, check. But the value range is so different. Am I not setting the properties correctly? Or am I forgetting a property? Am I forgetting some of these? I suspect there's something here that I have messed up. Let's copy this. Grasslands, there it is. What's different? 4, 64, 0.4, 2.0. It's the same. Nothing different here. So what have I overwritten it somewhere? Let's see. Let's load the local chunk. Take a look. .42. I think that's the same. And yet these values are more, well, it's a longer range. Am I not setting this? setup, tile map, octaves, period, persistent lacunarity. In the super, which is in the seed. On the seed, we set octaves, period, persistence, lacunarity. I assume they are correct, right? Yes. Yes. Yes, and yes. So what's different? It's supposed to be this range, but apparently it's not. Okay, let's look at the local chunk again. Let me run this. I mean, here we can see we have a lot of variation. Could it be that just the area I am... Could it be that it's just the area that I am in right now that is not very visible? Could that be it? I mean, let's try it, I guess. Let's just set all the values and see if it resembles something useful. Okay, if the value is between what? Not this. Minus 0.4 to... I definitely want to change this. I don't want this way. Can I make this differently? How can I make this differently? Dirt range. It's from minus 0.4 to minus 0.38. Water range. From minus 1 to minus 0.4. Dirt grass range from minus 0.38 to a positive 0.35. Then we have stone range rather, which is 0.34 all the way up to 1. Range, there we go. So we don't need all these. It'll be easier to change this, I believe. However, yeah, that'll be easy, right? Let's add that functionality. So if between, where my seed value? There it is. So how are we gonna do this? This is going to be a bit tricky. I don't need if. Just between. And I guess you don't need the values now. Let's range. Array. Value range. This is an array. From first value to the last value. So making sure we have at least 2 values. So value range length size needs to be greater than 1. See if it's not, well, we're not gonna do anything because it's invalid. You know what? Let's make it fail if it's not added, because if it's not added, it means I have done a bad job. Water, dirt range, class range, and lastly we have stone range, and draw stone. I will see if I can't optimize this part a bit later on. So when we build, what we're doing, we're just updating the seed value, pretty much, and assigns it to ourselves. We don't even need to. We don't need to do this. I could just do this and use the seed value and change this to between. So seed value between range, draw water. Seed value between range, draw dirt. So on, so on, so on. Yeah, why not? That looks nice and clean. Populate. Populate. Prepare. 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 Yeah, why not? Prepare. Expect. Expect. Noise file. I don't know. Whatever. Prepare. Where is it? There. Probably has room for better naming, I'm sure. Where am I? That's good. The hell? What the hell? Something wrong? Oh, never mind. I guess it works. Weird. I had some restream issues, I think. Let's see. Prepare between, draw water, dirt, draw all the things, and draw nothing. So in the grasslands, we're gonna draw and set the values and tell it what to draw when the values is true. So if I run this, what's gonna happen? What we're gonna get? A value index 1 on base array. Let's see, what have I done wrong now? Ah, I see. That's my mistake, yes. Undo. No, wait. No, it's right. It is right. Why is this wrong? Are you telling me I'm using this somewhere where I only have size 1? Ah, here we go. No. Oh, that's the wrong one. Between, this is correct. Ah, strange. It's really strange. Okay, prepares apparently gone now. Let's see, seed, oh, hold on. Seed value, prepare, oh, my bad. What's up with the array though? Invalid index 1, why is 1 invalid? Am I looping music or something? I feel like I'm looping, let's delete that. You know, let's go chill. A little more relaxing music. What's up with this? I need to find out. Let's print this. So what are we printing right now? Okay, that's strange. Where do we have this? Anywhere? We don't have this anywhere. How am I? How? How do I get that? It doesn't exist. This value doesn't exist. Oh, I see. I must have forgotten a comma. Ah, there it is. See? Debugging. Helps. My god. Oh, we're printing, apparently. And that's why it's taking a long time now. Let me undo the printing. If I can find it. Grasslands? No. Where are printing? I just added that, right? So why can't I find it? In the seed? Value? There it is. Oh my god. I wish the print was green or a different color, you know? Like this specific... I wish built-in function was a different color than the func that we can see in our class. And a different color as self as well. I wish like built-in function, which we would find in GDScript level, like here, had a different color. Green would be perfect, I think. Or, yeah. Oh, did I not remove it? I didn't. Let's try again. Now it should work. Well, oh, we have something. We have a lot of void, but we have something. So we have grass, we have dirt, and void. And nothing between. That's interesting. Water, dirt, sand, grass, stone. Water, dirt, grass, sand, grass, stone. Water, water, dirt, sand, grass, stone. So what's wrong here? Let's see. Grasslands. Did I mess up the ranges? I don't think I did I? Now I expected more of this. -1, 2, but not included, -0.4, -0.4, 2, but not included, -0.38, and the same from here. Oh, I see. Here's the issue. Right there. We found it. It's supposed to be positive. So now, hopefully, finally, it should work. Ah, it does. Wonderful. Oh, what happened? Yeah, perfect. Excellent. So now we have cleaned our code quite a bit. Ooh. Lot of green. Let's see if we can see anything. I saw a line there. Like there. That's really annoying. Why am I getting a line there? Now, is that a border for one of the chunks though? I'm wondering. Yeah, it is. Ah, I see what's going on. I think. Yeah, these are borders, right? Wait, are they? How big is this? How big is our map right now? Where is it? That should be the chunk loaded. Has that 32 by 32. Let's reduce it to 8. See if we can make it a little more visible. Oh my god. On the bright side, you won't see lines usually in the game, I think, because it's gonna be there. It is. I saw it for a moment. There. It's right there. Here. There's a line. Let's see. 1, 2, 3 from this dirt thing. 1, 2, 3. Now, is that a chunk? This is the border of a chunk. I suspect it is. Let's see. I'm gonna do a test. Just to find out whether or not it is. If it is, then I'm having a good idea what could be wrong. If it's not, well, then we are back at square one, I guess. Okay, it's a bit too big. Let's increase the size a bit more. I guess I should just have pasted it from clipboard now when I think about it. Okay, so 3 down from the dirt node is the size. Let's see. So this is one chunk-ish. Possibly. That's what I suspect at least. So about there. Uh-oh. Let's see if it fits. Yeah. That seems to be the case. Okay, that's good news though. That means there's something we can fix. So the line, I believe, is caused because we are not... we don't have the bitmap set up to communicate outside of each chunk that's loading right now. Now, in case you're wondering, the bitmap mask is what makes all the tiles kind of go around and look nice when we draw it. It goes through every tile and check its neighbor and then changes the sprite, the tile sprite, so it looks like it's rounded or whatever. So to fix this, we may have to increase the bitmap drawing by 1. So we always try to go one step beyond in order to make sure we merge our tiles, so they overlap a little bit. Even though every time we build a chunk, we're overlapping, we're updating neighboring tiles by one. Now I just need to find out where I put it. We're gonna improve this as well, make it easy to read. I mean, look at this. Can it possibly get more easy to read than this? So this is the part we need to update. Let's see. Position, position, end. All of these are class variables. So I'm gonna rename this to update bit mask region. And we're gonna create our own class for that. Now it does take that, in order for you to understand what this means, you will need to know what this means, and there's something I can do to show that through the code, I believe, as far as I know. So the position should be, we're gonna append gonna make it a little bigger. Whatever it is, it's gonna be a little bigger, and it's always from top left to bottom right when you draw a tile. I believe, I'm hoping. We're gonna append a -1, -1. And we're gonna append a 1 and 1. And that should hopefully fix it. Let's see if we can't find any lines. I can't seem to find anything. That's good news. Oh, wait, I saw it. Oh, there it is. Ah, crap. There. Oh, okay, wait, can I? On the bright side, it's very rare though. I guess that's the bright side about this. Let's redo the chunk size. 32 by 32, and I believe this is what we're gonna be using in the game. We might increase the number of chunks, possibly, and optimize that, and then perhaps we'll reduce this to 16 and then add 5 by 5 instead of 3 by 3 or something like that, you know? There we go, big world. Maybe it's too green though, and too big. I don't know. I mean, you can spawn here. It's pretty much in the middle of grasslands, and this is the grasslands biome, so I guess it's okay. We also have to add the biomes, so we have multiple biomes, and I'm a little bit concerned about how we're gonna do that. I'm not entirely sure. Let's clean this up a little bit. We're not using this, are we? Hold on. I'm not using this. What? Oh, okay, no, I miss... yeah, this is not a good name. It's a horrible name. This is a seed object, a seed builder, a seed pop... a map builder. A map builder? Map builder? Maybe? How map builder? Would this be better? I think this is better. Yeah, this is better. This is a better name. It's not best, but it's better. Let's create a map builder then. Cool. A tile placer. Map builder, I don't know. Let's see, seed value. Let's rename this one. Map builder. Seed ads can be fine. Why not? I'll change it later if we need to. Let's see. There we go. Excellent, excellent. Okay, so that's easy. This is our biome. This is how we do our biomes. I mean, that's how easy this is. So when we initiate, what do we do? When we first draw, if our map builder is null, we create it on the fly. That's okay. For some reason, I don't know why, but for some reason, that didn't work when I put it in here. And that sucks. It really sucks. I really want that to work. And this runs before this. I don't know why it works. It's a mystery. Well, apparently it works now. Good, good. That makes it better. No more logic in here. So when you draw, you get the noise value. You then prepare the builder with the noise value and the position of where we want to place it, and then you tell it what to do. If it's between water, draw water. If it's between dirt, draw dirt. Tell it. You know, I don't ask for anything. The only thing I ask for in this entire function is this. That's the only thing I ask for. I need to get water. I'll be right back. Little water break. I need hydration. Hydration is good. So on our chunk load, that's our main class for this generation, for loading chunks. We have a distance, we have a fixed chunk size. This is something I want to make sure is fixed. We don't want to change this ever. Set a, turn that into a constant. Let's see. What else do we have to do? So much green. There's stone. Let's see. Chunks loaded. This is fine, I think. We can copy paste this over and change this to be get chunk position from player. So when you start, you are loading the chunks for the player. Now this runs on the client, so we don't have to do any networking to do this job. All this is only on the client. All we have to make sure is to send the initial data for the grasslands biome. Now this data is something the server have. This is not necessarily something the client have, because these values would change. We don't know what they're going to be. We can copy paste this class over to the client, but we need a function that would set these values, so that when servers that choose to have different values they can do that. So the easiest thing to do right now is not to do that and just copy paste that over, and I suspect that's what I will be doing in the beginning. So the client and the server and everyone else is going to have the same class. And you may ask, how do we validate if this player is swimming? Because we are creating water, right? And if the player changes seed, that means the water will be somewhere else. Well, we are going to do it a bit different than what we have done so far. So far we had more of a peer-to-peer approach with client-to-client communication. We don't want that to remain. We want to make it server-to-client communication only. Excuse me, I heard a noise. I have to check it out. I have to check what the hell it is. Let's see. I did have a list of things to do. I'm not sure if we need to do that. That is send chunk coordinates and data belong to each chunk to the player. When I wrote this, I'm not thinking about chunk as the world, I'm thinking about chunk data as in entities and whatever. And we need to do that. We haven't done that yet. The keyword is data in this case. And then we want to clear the deload. So I guess we can start moving over. No, we need the biome. We need this. This needs to happen at the same time. We have grasslands now. We need to create long islands biome. I'm not sure how to do this, to be honest. Let's see. Maybe there's something in Godot Engine I can use. There we go. What's this? Let's have some relaxing music here. Godot biomes generated for Godot Engine. So how are you doing this? Is this good? How long is this? 9 months? 10 months? What license is this? It's always good to know. MIT, excellent, excellent. That's good. Let's copy this and try it out. And see what it does. Enable to load add-on scripts from path add-ons biomes plugin. Interesting. Interesting. What is that? File settings, plugins, enable. Yeah, it works now. Apparently, I need to. Apparently, it has 2 dependencies. I suspect this needs to be enabled before this, because this wasn't enabled before. That's really cool. Let's see how this works. It's 3D. Ah, cool. Wow. I have not messed with 3D at all in Godot. I don't think I've created a single geometry object at all. Ooh, pretty. Ooh, wow. Makes me want to try 3D. I suspect if I went to move on towards creating 3D models and whatnot, I would probably spend 90% of my time 3D modeling because I enjoy that so much. Cool. That's cool. That's cool. But yeah, biomes. Is it really biomes? Really biomes? Interesting. Where can I find the biome scene? Here? No. Am I missing it? I can't seem to see it. Biome editor, where did I find this? Editor. I guess I can open the code and take a look. When you create this, hold on, is this a node? No, it's just this thing. Perhaps it doesn't work. That could be a possibility. You know, it'd be cool to make plugins for Godot. I would like to make a few plugins for our game to make it easy for us to develop. Well, this is a dead end, I think. data. TD. What the hell is TD? Terrain data? I assume. Terrain.height data. What? Okay, we have types here. And you have types in the terrain data. And that allows us to reuse this one. Why wouldn't you just use this here? You know? You know, why? Am I nuts? Why wouldn't you just use it here? And then you didn't need to create another outer. That's not the point. Get data. What do you have in data? What do you have in the terrain? What is terrain anyway? Get texture channel. Not that one. It's an override? Yeah, it's a resource. Texture resource. Ah, cool. I'm trying to find a log that determines what to place. We did find something in the with the node height and whatnot, but that didn't seem to be. I don't know. Let's just Google it or duck it. Godot, not Godot. Why not Unity? They have lots of tutorials. Unity, procedural generation with multiple biomes. Let's remove Unity and see what we get first. What is this? A tool? I don't want tools. I want... What is this? What is this? We do have a resource we looked at before when we were researching terrain generation. I think it's this one. Yeah. What is procedural generation and whatnot? If I scroll down to somewhere. Top down games, here we go. Now this is more like it. So in this case we are creating 3 noise profiles. In our case we will create 2 different noises. We have currently just one noise, and that's the grasslands noise. And that will be the equivalent of the altitude noise, I believe, because we have water at the bottom, dirt, grass, stone, and maybe sand later in a different biome. And then you have the biome noise itself. The biome noise is what determines what to place, if it's going to be from this or that. Hold on. No, it couldn't be that easy. Could it? No, can't be. Let's try. Let me try it out. I'm gonna copy grasslands and make a Long Island. Duplicate, yes. This is not gonna be grassland, it's gonna be islands. Big islands, long islands. There we go. Let's change the class name. Long Islands biome. It's gonna extend seed, yes. And we're gonna change these quite a bit. Let's see. In the README of the server, I believe I have the description, possibly somewhere here. README, there it is. Open. There it is. Here's the data we need. let's see. Seed, same seed. Octaves 4. Octaves is 4 here. Period 64, it's the same. Persistence, it's the same. Lacunarity is the same. Okay, so what's different is probably the water and whatnot. So water is -1 to 0. Let me make a little more space on the left side. So water is going to be from -1 to 0. What else? We have dirt from 0 to 0.1. So from 0 to 0.1 we have dirt. We have grass from 0.1 to 0.35. So this is the same, but this changes to 0.1. And then I can only assume the stone is what remains. And it seems to be correct. Yes. Let's see. Let's try to use this one just to test it out before we add multiple biome support. If that works the way I hope it. The way I hope it will, rather. So where did I put this? Seed value.gd. Didn't I rename this? I thought I did. Hold on, let me check. Apparently I didn't rename this. Let me rename that. Map builder. Long islands, grasslands, seed. Okay, chunk loader. So in the chunk we have this. Let's replace that to Long Island biome, and hopefully it should work as is. But it should look different now, vastly different. Well, it looks different, that's for sure. There's a lot more water. It's a bit difficult to see what's. I don't like that line. Yeah, a lot of water though. But these should be longer islands, like the islands. Let's see. Let's increase the size of each chunk to make it a bit more obvious how the map looks like. 120. Now these are huge chunks. I should probably disable the logging as well, now that I think about it. Yes. This is what I mean with long islands. They're basically islands that are long. But it's not enough water. I want more water than this. I don't know what it is, but something has changed a little bit with the appearance of everything. But you know, this is obvious enough to see when we are entering a new chunk. Let's see if we can't add support for both of them. Let me undo this and duplicate this, create a long islands biome using our new class. So this is going to change things a little bit. We may have to rework this. Because currently, the noise, where's the noise? There is no noise here on this level. We need a level. We need a biome loader. Currently, we have the noise inside the grassland that's doing it. It's calling the seed of the grasslands to get the noise, and then it draws it as well using the builder. And I do want it to keep drawing using the builder, but I don't want to. I have to move this out. Possibly. Wait a moment. I don't have to do that actually. I have to create a new noise. I have to create a new noise profile for our biomes. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do a little test using grasslands. I'm gonna set range from water to 0. We're only gonna have water and dirt now. From -1 to 0.5. And from minus 0.5 up to infinite, which is 1, we're gonna have the dirt. For ease of testing, I should probably add a little shack there, shouldn't I? Or I can just comment it out, I guess. Water and dirt. Oh my god. You know, we need a little more water. We need water to be a little higher. Minus 0.3. Still not enough. We need more water. More water. 0.2 then. A little better. We're getting there. We're definitely getting there. I want to scale this up a bit. We need to make it a bit more spread out, you know? I believe that is not persistence, period. Let's try 32. Yeah, it's bigger now, for sure. I think. Is it? Let's make it even bigger. Let's try 4. Well, that's the opposite effect, apparently. Let's make it bigger then. Okay, 128. There we go. Now this is much bigger. So all this will be one biome in our case. That could be grasslands. No, the dirt is going to be the island. And what's inside this area is going to be the grasslands. You know, I think it's still not big enough. Maybe I want it bigger. Let's make it bigger. How about, I don't know, double. 2, 5, 4. Is that right? No, it's not. Oh my god. Over there. Yeah, this is big enough. So now we expect the middle to be, well, full of grass. Or maybe opposite. Yeah, full of grass. Let's see. The water. Let's add more water, actually. See if we can't make it a little more balanced. It's a bit too unbalanced. Ah, perfect. Now it's big enough. So now we should have 2 biomes. Inside here we'll have grasslands. Outside here we're gonna have islands. So how am I gonna do this? I need these values. I guess we need to create another. I can instantiate this, I think. Yes, copy this one. Duplicate is gonna be biomes. Yeah, biomes. We're gonna use the same values. I'm gonna change this a little bit. Wait, what is this? Why didn't I keep the values here? Oh. Strange. What the hell? I copied the wrong one. It's supposed to be the grasslands. Yeah, this is fine. This is so annoying. This is just silly. If only it could. Let's see. Grasslands, let's undo that. Make it default again. Here is 64. And comments. That's it. So now we have the biomes we can use. What's this? What did we agree on? What did we agree on? The water was the grasslands. dirt was the long islands. The rest we can keep. Let's change this to biomes. So how are we gonna do this? We cannot use the map, can we? Hold on. I can do something with this, can't I? We're not gonna draw water, we're gonna draw a biome, right? So if this is the case, the map builder, between the grassland range, we want to draw the grasslands, you know? Otherwise, we want to draw long islands. So how do we do that? What does this need? It has the cell position. And we don't need noise value anywhere else. We don't need that inside here. What needs to happen is the grasslands will have to calculate its own noise value from the seed. Possibly. Let me comment this out now. So we're gonna draw half the map, which is going to be the grasslands. Let's see, map builder. This is the map builder. It draws tiles and it draws maps, I guess. I don't know. We might separate that to another class. Yeah, let's do that. Let's not use the map builder. Let's create a tile builder, not tile, biome builder. Biome builder, that's a good name. Let's copy the map builder and reuse a lot of the code. Biome. Biome. What is it we need here? We need to know where to draw the or what position we want to send the biome we're gonna create or use. So perhaps in here is where we want the biomes. I mean, yeah, why not? It is the biome builder after all. Is it though? Yeah, it is. We're telling it to draw from outside. Let's use the binder. Biomes, map builder, it's not gonna be a map builder.